Hey guys, and welcome. My name is NG Paradox, and we're here for a very potentially important update video. If you guys are new to the channel or you did not see my last update video about a month ago now, I am back. So yeah, like I was saying, if you haven't seen the update video before, basically about a month ago now, I actually had to go somewhere. I was traveling for the last month. So that's why the video's been kind of a bit, there's not been as many videos as there normally have been because I was actually just traveling about and whatnot for the last month. So all the videos have been going up the last month have been things I had to record before I left. And I've not been recording anything since. I'm only back to recording now over the last couple of days. So yeah, it's been a while. It feels kind of weird, but I am back, baby. Here we are. So for this video, there's going to be actually quite a bit of updates, a few important things. I guess you could say in some ways that make up for the time that was missed, but also just because I now actually have a bit more time. Basically now, over the next 2 months, I actually have more time than before. I'm only working basically part-time at the moment, so that means I can actually do part-time for YouTube. As you guys know, for me, it's just a little hobby I do. That's why I don't throw out tons and tons of videos as some other creators maybe do, but that's just the world we live in, it's just a thing. I haven't got the time for it, which is a shame, really. But I will have time for the next 2 months. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be putting out a lot more content, hopefully. Now, the reason I say hopefully is because, life can throw anything at you. I've made promises before in the past, and suddenly something crazy happens and I can't do it. But the plan is, the next 2 months, I'm going to put out a lot more content. Hopefully, at least about 3 videos a day. I'm hoping at least 3 videos a day. Probably this first week is going to be a bit slow, because I'm trying to get back into it, finding time and recording. I'm hoping by the end of this week or the start of next week, we can be getting it to 3 videos at least every day. Now, the reason I'm saying at least is because if I can have the time to do more, I will definitely do more. I'm going to try and do as much time as I can to release new videos as much as possible. If I can, the best thing would be having, 1 episode for each series every day. That would be kind of the dream thing I would like. That's what I think is best. So I'm going to be trying to strive and aim to do that. That would be the main thing I'll be doing. I say if I can do more, I will. Also, because I'm going to have more time, I'm going to try and do out some more different series. Obviously, Risk is finished. Finale, finally. I know a lot of people didn't like that one, but, hey, it's something I recorded a long time ago. I just happened to the videos. I've been trying to slowly pump it out because I know it's not everyone's favorite, but a few people do like it. So now that is done. Osgray is probably going to finish at some point in the near future, so that means new series can arise. The Royce one I've really been enjoying. That one's going to continue, and the Doom one is going to continue until I feel like either gets boring or something weird happens. But so far at the moment, I still like it. I still feel there's potential in it. So that one's going to be continuing as well. But this does allow for new series to come about. Hopefully I can do a few more. Hopefully from different games, because like I say, I'm going to have a bit more time. Europa Universalis 4, Hearts of Iron 4, Stellaris I've been actually wanting to get back into playing. There's also a few new games I haven't had a chance to play, like Steel Division. There's lots and lots of things I would love to be able to do. So hopefully this will give me the time to do that. But obviously I'm going to keep to the bread and butter specifically for now. But hopefully this will mean over the next 2 months we can start going into a few more different things. Now, that is not the only thing. I'm hoping as well we can finally do something I've been promising for a long time. Multiplayer community games. What I'm planning to do is do some multiplayer games with you guys. So subscribers, I'm hoping you guys can join me play some multiplayer games. Maybe the 7 Kingdoms will likely be the first one. These will be probably every Saturday, maybe from about 4 PM London time. I'm not exactly decided on the exact time, but probably it will be Saturday. The day has probably been decided. Now, the reason I'm choosing that is because that sort of time allows for most people to be at least get into it. In America, it's the morning. In Europe, it's the afternoon. And in Asia, Australia, it's the evening. So it kind of allows everyone to possibly, if they can, get involved. Now, if you do want to get involved in them, I will be recording them and putting them online. I'm not going to stream them just because I feel like if I'm streaming, that uses my internet, and I'm also playing multiplayer using my internet, it could create, not the best connection when it comes to the multiplayer. We'll wait and see. If I do decide to do that, I will. But for now, I'm just going to record them, and they'll go online as well. Now, if you'd like to become part of that, it's actually going to be connected in some way. Now, some people won't like this. It's going to be connected to my Patreon. So if you haven't noticed, obviously, on the top of my banner, obviously on my channel, there's a little button here, support the channel. If you click on that, it will take you to this. This is Patreon. If you don't know what this is, Patreon is a website where people can donate and support content creators. There's lots of YouTubers and there's lots of other people making art or other things at the moment. It's really useful, obviously. I did make this a long time ago, and at the first time I made it, it did very well, and we were actually doing a lot of things with it, but then as time went down, I had less time for the channel. I decided I had to pull back on it because obviously I didn't feel it would be fair to push too much into it when I can't put the time I would like to into it. But over the next 2 months, though, let's say it's going to be a big test. If we can get this up to where I'd like it to be, a bit more, to where it's a bit more sustainable, obviously, when it comes to the channel. So if we're making a lot more videos, obviously YouTube gets a lot more money. If I'm also getting more money from Patreon, that'll allow me to actually go then maybe part-time for longer. Maybe I can go part-time for forever. Who knows? So this next 2 months is going to be a test of that. And how it connects into the multiplayer is, because with the multiplayer, I'm going to need people I can trust. If I just invite everyone to play multiplayer, you're going to get some people who maybe don't listen, some people who just babbling on, some, people who just don't come in the end. They don't bother to come, even though they actually said they're going to take a place in it. And that then means other people didn't get a chance to join this type of thing. I need people I can trust. I don't want it to be a complete mess. I want it to be fun and interesting for everyone. I want people, when they're watching afterwards, to be able to enjoy watching it as well. So I'm going to have people I can trust. So basically, it's going to be connected to my Patreon and Discord. So what will happen is, if you are a supporter on Patreon, if you support me, you get these certain tiers. $1 is the normal amount. You get Hedge Knight title. Master of Coin, Master of Laws, Master of Arms, blah, 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 blah. They kind of go down with different titles. So if you support me on Patreon, I know not everyone can, so don't worry. I know a lot of people can't, but this is what I say. The reason I'm doing this is, like I say, it'll connect in a second. I'll explain why in a second. If you support me on Patreon, you should come and join me on my Discord. If you want to join my Discord, you come and click this button. This will take you to my Discord. I also have, this should be a link. It should work. And it should connect you to my Discord. If you do come and join my Discord, tell me what your name is on Discord. Obviously, just private message me on Discord and tell me what your name was on the Patreon. And if you're a Hedge Knight, for example, I will put you in the Hedge Knight kind of brackets. There'll be different brackets of people for the different tiers of Patreons. If you're a Hedge Knight, you'll appear as a Hedge Knight. This will allow you then to join me in the multiplayer games. The reason I'm doing this is because we're going to have lots of people wanting to play. I say I need people I can trust, people who are going to support me on Patreon, people I'm probably more likely, not always, there's probably going to be some people I can't trust as well, and people who don't support on Patreon I can trust. But it's more likely, kind of lowers the percentage chance of me being able to trust them. So people on Patreon are more likely to be able to be trusted, so they'll go on here. If you're in one of those tiers, it means you're more likely to be invited. If you're higher up tier, you'll be invited first. So let's say if my top person's a Master at Arms, I'll invite those people first, and if they can't join or they can't make it, I'll go down the list until we get the amount of people we need. If we're playing, obviously, different games, that will need different amounts of people. So, for example, the Seven Kingdoms mod could probably fit maybe 10 to 15 people. That's probably what we'd want. So I'll go down and get the first 10 to 15 and then see who can come, who can't come, and it will go from there. Obviously, other games like EU4 can only take in a few more people. It's a bit more stable than CK2. And then obviously there's some games, maybe someone's will play some random games that can allow lots and lots of people to join just for fun. So we'll see how it goes. Also, if you're on my Discord and you are a Patreon person and you are in the multiplayer, we'll be playing in this. You can click on here, you can talk to other people. So that does mean I'd like you to have a mic. You don't need a mic, but it would be good because obviously that means on the recording, people will be able to hear you. If you become someone that I can trust, there will be a few rules in it. So obviously if people break those rules or just not making it fun for others or just ruining the recording, let's say, for example, they obviously will not be invited again. I need people I can trust. Even if they are a Patreon person, I have to put my foot down and say you can't come next time. If, though, you are, very good, you have a very good character and personality, and I think you add a lot to recording, I'll add you again next time. And even if you're a lower tier, I might even add you in just because you're definitely someone I can trust, and I feel you add something to the series, maybe for the next one. So that's how that's going to work. Also, if you're on Patreon as well, you'll be allowed to come into the VIP room. The VIP room will be somewhere where I'm going to be asking you guys basically for advice. When it comes to maybe, let's say, for a new series, maybe I want to do a new CK2 Game of Thrones series, I will make a straw poll in the VIP room asking people who are, Patreon people, what they think, and maybe get them to vote on the next one. I feel like I should be giving these people, people obviously, if you're just watching the videos, you'll support my channel amazingly. In fact, people have been supporting the channel crazy. Look at this. The Doom's on the 21 number, and it's got 3,600 views. You guys are amazing. Like, that is not normal, especially for a channel of my size. You don't normally get to see that. People normally think about 10% would be normal, and that's going way beyond that, more than double that. So I really have to thank you guys for your support. The only reason the reason I make make videos and actually put the time and effort in is because I just enjoy it. Because you guys, your comments, the fact, the views and stuff, I just enjoy the feedback. That's one thing that's just kept me going. It can be a bit crazy, doing so many videos and record so much at a time when you have hardly any time as it is. But you guys keep me going, and I have to thank you for that. Even if you're just watching, you're supporting me a lot. Just by watching and even just commenting even if you just commented once or anything, I recognize the names a lot. I recognize certain names all the time, and it's always fun to be able to see that. I kind of want to create more of a community feel. I'm hoping this will create more of a community feel with the multiplayer events, make it more of a system when there's a VIP room. They get to decide on these things, make a bit more interaction with them, but giving them that kind of bonus for going the extra mile to support the channel. Like I say, I know not everyone can do that. Now, this won't be starting this Saturday, or possibly even next Saturday, because I'm connected to the Patreon and the amount of people on there that I'm going to be inviting, I'm going to need a certain amount of people to be able to do that, possibly. We're going to need at least 10 to 15 people to be able to do it, for example, for CK2. So what we've got to do, we've got goals. At the moment, there's only 2 goals right now. We'll never know, maybe we'll never hit them, but when we hit 100, we're going to have the multiplayer community game starting from then. Even if after the 2 months, it doesn't meet any of the goals and I can't do part-time, I will start doing this anyway. So even if we hit this goal, I'll keep doing it, even if it's still just a hobby for me. I'll still be doing these, so that would be fun, because I think that would just be fun anyway, because it's something I want to do for a while. I finally managed to put in shall we say, a time on Saturday when I can actually do it. So yes. So when we get 100, that's when it will go. I will make a video on that. Make sure Patreon people know that. Remember, if you do become a Patreon person, tell me on Discord what your name is, so I can add you in, and I can get ready for when we actually have the event starting. But I'll make a video at that point in time to make sure people know the time and whatnot about when it is and when we hit it. But I'm pretty excited. If the next 2 months this experiment works, obviously you guys are going to see a lot more videos, and hopefully I can then change the content. Hopefully I can then actually get people to make proper thumbnails. Just wanted to say as well, this one here, for the Doom, number 21, this thumbnail here, absolutely love that. That was actually some fan art sent to me by, if I remember correctly, a guy called, I think you pronounce, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. I think it was like Brian Wolf. I'm guessing you pronounce it Wolf. But yeah, awesome job. It looks amazing. A lot of people commented about it on the video, about how much they like how it looks. So, you can tell it was a really good job. And yeah, little things like that, just, make it all worthwhile. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys will enjoy the new content over the next couple of months. Hopefully that will make up for the last few months where I've not been able to put as much time in as before. And hopefully we can take the channel to the next level and start and do some different things. I say there's only 2 goals at the moment for the Patreon thing, but I'm gonna, if you've got any ideas in the comment section, tell me down there. I might add a few little fun ones in between, maybe like face reveal or something like that. Just a few little fun ones in between them, the 2 that I have, or maybe a few after, just for fun, just with things to hit and just little fun things to give back to you guys. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you on Discord. Hopefully we'll have those multiplayer games start soon if we can. But yeah, looking forward to it. I hope you guys are as well. I've been NG Paradox, and as usual, thank you very much. Bye bye.